Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of Education Exchange, your favorite TV program locally in Iowa City, Coralville, North Liberty, and the surrounding areas. We are approaching the end of our 22nd year on the air, and thanks to the efforts of John Karoff, our executive producer, Michael Peterson, who has shared with him the same seat at the control room for years. They are the unknown soldiers behind the success of this program. And I am Hani Al-Qadi, one of the producers and the host of the program. Today we are delighted to welcome Wickham Elementary School Chess Club. And we have two already national representatives that were just coming from Nashville, Tennessee, where they attended on May 8th the championship, the national championship of chess. On my right-hand side is Rami Lode, the coach of the chess club. And on his right side is Corey, who is a volunteer coach as well. And then we have the real champions here, and they are going to be introduced by one of you. So please go ahead and introduce the, I think you have a representative of every grade in school, right?
Almost.
Almost,
yes.
Yeah. So you can start playing, and now it's okay, so that the camera can be watching you and see how you're doing your strategy and everything after you hear the introduction.
Do you want to introduce them?
Sure. So our youngest member here is Austin G. from first grade. Right. That's Carter Birch from second grade, Anjali Lode from third grade, and Waylon is also third grade. Anish here is fifth grade, and Nathan is sixth grade.
And two of them, Anish and Anjali, were both at Nashville.
Right. May 8th weekend, they represented Wickham at the Nationals Elementary Tournament in Nashville, Tennessee. There were about 2260 players, so well over 2,000 players over there. And it was extremely tough competition, but it's always good to have representation from Iowa. There were also a few kids from Coralville Central, so it was great to go there.
So because I invited Anish and who is going to play with you?
I think
Waylon is going to play with you. So I'll start by asking both of you one question, each one of you. Tell me, what do you think this helped you? I mean, why do you play this in school?
Well, like, school is just to practice, but school is kind of, like, it's not my only way of practice. It's like one of the smaller ways of my practice. I practice at home by doing like puzzles, and I play online games.
So, in other words, I want to know from you, how did it help you in education? Do you think that it does help you somehow?
Yeah, because you have to focus and
Focus
think a lot.
is number one, yes.
And you have to, like, when you're playing long time games, you have to you have to get enough sleep and be awake.
So how to be alert and ready
Yeah.
in order to solve these problems, right? Waylon, what do you think? Can you add something here?
I think that you have to think a lot, and
Thinking, yeah.
and it helps you.
So you feel it helps you in thinking, right? Before you make any decision, right? Great, that's wonderful. Corey, so you can start now while I'm talking to Corey. What do you think the most important thing that kids can benefit from playing chess?
I think, first of all, the logic the analytical skills that I think are developed through chess are really important. I also think the sportsmanship that goes into it and learning how to take a loss is really important. And also perseverance. A lot of the kids are rated through the, is it the United States Chess Federation? And so their ratings will go up and down. But what we're hoping to see is the trend is that they go up. But when they go down, which will inevitably happen, to be perseverant and to stick with the game and not just want to quit, that's a good lesson for life, to just keep moving forward. And that's what these kids do. And they're able to learn that through this experience.
Well, this is the educational part, and backstage when we were preparing this program, you talked to me about the psychological element of benefits too.
Right. So to add to what Corey was saying, I feel like I work at Pearson, which is a testing company or one of its branches. So when kids go for these kind of tests and you have to stay focused and use the analytical skills and stay sharp and concentrated on a test for long periods of time, something like chess really helps there, where to really sit you down and stay focused over a long period of time. The scholastic games that kids play, many times the time controls are pretty short, like 30 minutes per player, so game can go on up to 1 hour. But when you go to nationals, there each player gets about 2 hours. So we can have a game going on for 4 hours or even a little longer. So it's tremendously long. So to build that level of patience and focus, it really helps when you play chess. And I think that definitely, I've seen those things come out, like when they took the ITBS test, for example. I think that really helps them.
Well, I see that they are exchanging now, alternating, and that's part of the training, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, playing lots of different players in the club. So the players who are not as good get experience playing better players, and that's really the primary way that kids improve, by playing somebody who's better than them and being challenged. And so we really mix it up in our club in terms of who gets to play who.
I see Austin is asking to go too. I mean, he's like eager.
He's chomping at the bit.
Yeah. Well, Carter Birch, can you tell me why do you like this game?
It's mostly because you have to think about every move before you make it. If you make a move and then it's just there's just a free take, and no one can take it back. It's just like a free piece.
Okay.
And nobody wants to get a free piece.
You are very eloquent. You know that? Okay, Carter Birch, can you tell me what you want to do in the future?
I probably want to be a YouTuber.
YouTuber. This is a new name. Teach me, I thought I knew English, but tell me what's a YouTuber? It means the technician, the person that makes the film, or what's a YouTuber?
It means like you make videos of yourself doing stuff.
And so we are considered YouTubers. I mean,
You're a YouTuber. You didn't even know it.
I didn't know that's my name. So, John Karov, that's our name now. It's YouTuber. Well, that's wonderful. Nathan, you are graduating this year from school. You are leaving school this year. That's last week, right?
Yes.
How do you feel about that,
Well,
honestly?
It's kind of sad that I'll be leaving
Bittersweet,
about
huh?
7 years that I've been there, but then it's also exciting to move on, make new friends.
So you're looking forward to be in Northwest or North Central?
North Central the first year, but once Liberty's made, they'll probably send us to Northwest the second year.
Ah, okay. We never know. They're still debating that.
Yeah.
I hope it will be solved soon. Okay, Anjali, you are busy now, and I'm not going to interrupt you. But after somebody replaces you, I want to ask you a couple of questions because you are one of the few females that I saw interested in this game. I have noticed before in many of the other schools that the majority, I hate to say all, were males. Seldom we can get a female. Why is that?
I think in general, the girls tend to reduce the number in these games because there are not that many of their friends playing chess. If they have enough of their friends, then they'll definitely go. For example, when she went to nationals, she had a friend from third grade from Crowellville Central, and they were just having a blast because the two girls were, from Iowa, and they were just having a great time. And interestingly, I mentioned Susan Polgar, the four-time women's world champion. When she was playing in the earlier days, there were even fewer girls, and she took up the challenge to say that no, we can have even girls do really exceptionally well, and that's why I took both my kids to the Susan Polgar camp in Chicago.
Tell me more about this camp, and if any parent who's watching us right this moment, and they are convinced that this is a very good program for their kids, how can they join this camp?
So it's there's like a one-day camp and a two-day tournament in Chicago usually. This past year, though, she did not have it in Chicago. I believe it was in Houston or Dallas, I forget. But if it is back in Chicago, if you go to the USCF website, many times you will see various tournaments listed there. Susan Polgar's tournaments may not be listed there, but there are...
How do you spell her last name? Because...
Polgar is Polgar.
Okay.
And that's a very famous family in chess because her father had taken up the challenge. He was, I believe, in psychiatrist or psychology, and he said that you can make anyone a genius by sheer hard work and dedication. So he decided that he'll make his daughter a grandmaster. And very interestingly, he had 3 daughters, and all of them became grandmasters and famous grandmasters, and did really well, and are very well known in the game of chess.
Well, let us get Austin, because I think he started to be restless.
Yeah.
And I can see his face expression on the monitor in front of me. He is ready to jump in. So Corey, let him and Carter.
Yeah, those two can play next. Yeah.
They need to get there.
They're almost finished.
Yeah, because they have their patience. They reach their threshold, I guess.
And I can give a quick comment here about, you see, their speed. They're playing Super Blitz, which is 3 minutes each.
Ah.
So it's the speed chess. And so either you win by checkmating the opponent, or usually in these fast games is by running out of time.
Mr. John McNamara, our floor director here and camera personnel, can you just focus on this? Would you please repeat what you said again? Because
So like you can see on the clock, one of the players has only 30 seconds left, the other one has 1 minute 15 seconds.
Yeah.
So that's why they have to speed up significantly, because this is Super Blitz. And so whoever runs out of time will lose, or if you win on the board by checkmate.
And of course, this necessitates a very quick decision making, right?
Oh yes, extremely quick under very high pressure. When the current world champion Magnus Carlsen was being interviewed in 60 Minutes, one of the comments made there that chess is no less intense than a boxing match, because if you put them on the ECG, you will see their heartbeats are way up there. It's just extremely fast-paced and tense when you're down on time like that, and it's a very critical position. Like he just queened now, so.
So he's okay. Yeah. So one of them is approaching winning. Huh? I see
Yes.
that. On checkmate here, not yet. Yep.
So Anish here this past weekend was playing one of the games against a much stronger player at Ice Harbor in Dubuque, and he was down to 2 seconds on his clock, and the opponent had 20 minutes, and he was also down on material. But with this focus and concentration, he got to a position where it was a forced draw, and so the opponent accepted a draw. So to do that with 2 seconds on your clock, and he had a 5-second delay, so you get 5 seconds like a countdown, and then your actual clock time starts rolling down. So, but still, when you have 2 seconds on your clock, to have that much focus and do that is, quite intense. And
So Anjali, how does it feel beating your brother sometimes? What?
I've never beaten him before.
Never beaten him. Oh wow.
I think there has been sometimes accidentally you have.
Like, I already beat her, but we just went on for the fun of it.
But are you determined to do that one day? Good, I like that.
Do you want me to set up that?
No, Anish,
Do you want to come down
you
and
can
play?
let Austin play.
Well, ask Romy, ask your dad. He's,
No, I don't think we want to look at positions here for the average viewer.
okay. Let us see the young generation too. Let us focus on them rather than on us. Yeah. So McNamara is doing a good job now. Now we are looking at a very fast game between first grader and second grader.
Yes.
So Blitz is the 5-minute chess. Each player gets 5 minutes. This is Super Blitz, 3 minutes each. And then there is Bullet, which is the 1 minute each. And
That's extreme.
that is extreme. So, and sometimes with the stronger players, what I have them do is they take a time disadvantage. So he will have 1 minute on his clock, and the other person will have 3 minutes or 5 minutes on his clock, to kind of even out, the playing strength.
Well, Anjali, I would like you, now I told you that I'm going to ask you one question. Are you ready to recruit other young girls to play this game?
No.
Okay. Well, at least you're honest. But maybe your coach will do that.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I will have to follow up as to why he wouldn't. But he's asking, why don't you have other girls join our chess club or join the sport of chess? So you would want to do that, right?
Well,
She's not
there's like
sure.
4 girls.
I want people to stop being like sexist and saying girls don't actually do chess.
Well, we have to prove to them that they participate.
I don't really want to do that because my main focus is not chess. I just hope that somebody else will do it for me.
She doesn't want to pressure anybody to do anything they don't want to do. She believes in free speech and free will, right?
Because just because I'm his daughter doesn't mean I have to do that.
Ah, good. Okay. You're a very strong person.
Nice job.
Hopefully we'll be editing some of this.
No, we don't edit here.
Well, I am...
What you said is going to be with you until you run for president.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you know that
YouTube.
they now go and see what Trump said in his elementary school?
Trump has like this.
Seriously. What Hillary Clinton said when she was junior high. Who did she talk to? It's going to be in history.
I don't don't want to be a president because, like, presidents get shot for what they do and stuff.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
I want to be an engineer and an author.
Engineer.
I want to be an
What kind of engineering?
Um,
Mechanical, electrical,
well, I want to
nuclear?
be an inventor,
Hmm?
like an inventor.
Inventor.
Because I don't really know what kind of engineer, because I used to call it an everything engineer. Just like whatever pops into my mind, I'll just start and try to make it. But I also want to be a children's author, because
Children author. To publish children books.
yeah, because whenever I say an engineer and an author, it's like you're gonna write engineering books, and like just because I said that together doesn't mean I want to write boring books.
Have you ever tried writing a story?
Yeah, I wrote a story already, and
Yeah, you made me say that.
yeah, I wrote it, and I have this friend, and she's a really good illustrator, and so we illustrated this book, and we printed it out. And in our library, there's this student section so that you can make a book, and then you can put it in there so people can actually check it out.
Already she
Nathan, can I
published.
play you?
That's amazing.
No, I didn't publish it.
Well, I mean, at least in the school.
Yeah, but we are gonna publish the book because in our class, there's this other class that did it, and so we're gonna do it. So we're pretty much doing the exact same thing, but we get to publish the book.
Great. So let us move to Nathan. Now you are of course gonna soon making a decision. You know, what do you want to do with your life?
Can I play you?
Probably be a historian
I'll
or
just do
a
Nathan.
mathematician.
Historian or
You want to
mathematician?
play him?
If I was
That's
white,
very
I
deep
could
and
have.
very serious. Yeah, we need to listen to what Nathan is saying too, because he was listening to us. So, why historian and why mathematician?
Because I like history and I'm pretty good at math.
What kind of history?
Like basically American history or global history.
Global history. Great. You're interested in other parts of the world, right? Is there a country you want to visit in the future?
Probably I would want to go to Europe even though that isn't a country.
Okay. Well, let us move now to Austin. Austin, what would you like to do in the future?
Be a dentist.
Great. That's very good. And how about Carter Birch?
You already asked me.
No.
Yeah, I know, but in the future,
Yeah.
the far future,
What's your fallback plan
Yeah.
after YouTuber?
YouTuber other than YouTube.
I'll probably will become a chess master.
So yeah, you see, that's kind of you are his role model, and that's why he wanted to be like you are.
I like this conversation.
And well, what would you like to do?
I want to be an engineer.
Yeah, we have a lot of engineers here. Nobody wants to go to Pearson at all?
Well, Pearson will publish her books. Pearson's a big publishing company
Right.
too. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, guys, that has been a great show. Now I would like you, Corey, to talk to our audience and viewers here. If they would like to start something like this, where to begin?
Well, I would say if you want to start a chess club, first of all, loop your principal in and get the principal's support because you're going to need space for your club. You can contact other chess club coaches and get a little information about their experience. There are chess club coaches not only at Wickham, but Coralville Central, Borlaug, Lincoln, right? A couple other schools, so there are lots around. And go to visit some tournaments as well and talk to some of the tournament directors. There are a wealth of information, so I would think that would be some of your first steps that you would take.
Super. Now, Romy, we began this show by showing a little YouTube video of the national championship. And how people can go to national championship? Are they like apply for this or?
No, anyone can go, and you can just sign up at the USCF website, register there and go. It'll be very good if you can go with, to represent your school through your school chess club. But it's open to anyone who wants to go there. So I would definitely
And
encourage
it's
it.
every year in Nashville, or it moves from?
Elementary is usually in Nashville, and that's every year. And then every 4 years, like we have a junior high and high school championship in different places. But every 4 years, we have all of these from elementary all the way to high school at the same place in Nashville, Opryland. So when that's called Super Nationals every 4 years, and that's about 5,500 players. So they break the Guinness Book of Records every year they do that every 4 years. So
Excellent. I don't know how to thank everyone here, because this was a great show, and we learned a lot now. Now I have to look at this YouTube tape of this show now in order to learn some of these techniques. I'm an old-fashioned chess player, but now I knew that there are things that we can do just in a blink of an eye, and that's amazing. Guys, do you have anything else you want to add? Any message you want to give to our audience other than saying have a very good summer night?
Well, can I challenge someone where I have 1 minute and they have 3 minutes?
after the show.
Well,
I don't know if we have enough
And
time.
your show will go too long.
maybe you have to get ready for the next year. We'll invite you, and I will talk to Mr. Jankarov so that we can put your school early on. So by August or September, maybe you will be able to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll watch this show on YouTube on channel 18, channel 21, the education channel, all weekends. And we wish you all the best. As well as, of course, our host, Public Access TV. To Public Access, we are obliged and so grateful for their help, technically, emotionally, and educationally. Thank you, and have a very good night.